What is going on, everybody? I just wanted to take a little bit of your time to tell you guys about the Fosi Audio K5 Pro. Um, Sorry, Fosi, that it's taken me so long to do this review. I've gotten busy with life, school, church, and just working full time. I've been meaning to get around to this, and I've finally got the opportunity to do so. So let's talk about a little bit about what this is. First and foremost, it is advertised as they're advertised as the home audio expert, and there isn't a whole lot around the box itself that tells what it is. Um, it does have a little contact information that I'll leave right up there for just a moment. If you guys wanted to contact them, reach out to them, and of course, their website is fossyaudio.com. It's advertised that it's hi-fi made easy. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and open up this box. We're going to showcase some of the contents, and I will say that my male people are not gentle. So if the box looks a little beaten, that is why. And also, before we dive in, we've got a 30-day return period. It's got an 18-month warranty and lifetime technical support. So for anybody that is not tech savvy, that could be a very important thing. Let's take a look at the device itself. One of the things I do like about it is that it is quite small, as you can tell. Some of the things I don't like about it is it looks like it's got little older RCA jacks. It's got your standard yellow, red, and white. But it does, it does also use a Type C USB to power it, and it does also feature the fiber optic option in terms of audio. Let's take a look at the front. On the front, we've got three knobs. One is for bass, one is for treble, and then the other one is for your master volume. Now, I do find that useful. It's also got a spot for your headphones and your microphone. In my case, I use a mixer that is XLR powered. I do have both a dynamic microphone and a condenser microphone. The condenser microphone has to be phantom powered. So one of the things I do want to test about this is, will this essentially power that microphone without the use of a AA battery? Because if it does, that's fantastic. I have a theory that that probably won't be the case, but I do want to give that a full test. One of the things that I want to use this for potentially is routing my Nintendo Switch to my computer using the ATEM Mini Pro and the Rodecaster Pro all together so that audio can still go to each system. I can control each piece independently, hopefully, and I can still enjoy being able to hear it while controlling what my streams do and do not hear. We look inside the box. Of course, I showed you the device itself. We got a USB Type A to USB Type C connection. That is what will power it. This Type A to Type C connection, as I got ready to connect things, it's not exactly as it appears. So, of course, I show you a Type A to Type C connection, but if you have a Type C connector, this Type A does detach. So essentially, it has its own built-in adapter. And what you end up with is a Type C to Type C. So if you have any open ports that use a Type C, that and all your regular ones are used up, that is an option to do. And of course, some people just like the functionality of the Type C a little better. It gives a little, in my opinion, a little cleaner option. It's you're going to be able to plug it in the correct way the first time, every time, as instead of doing one of these connect or and it didn't work, connect and it didn't work, and then you're like, oh, I had it right the first time. You'll just be able to get it the first time. It does come with the split connector that will allow you to do your microphone and your headphone into one 3.5 millimeter jack. So if you are using a headphone, for example, that has a microphone but only one connection and it doesn't split, that is optional. Of course, as I pointed out, the device itself, if you do have one that splits, it can do those independently as well. And also inside the box is your fiber optic high res sound. And then finally, we have the instruction pamphlet, and we will be getting this connected in a couple different configurations, and we'll kind of take a look at what that looks like and how it sounds, how it functions. And guys, let me know what you think. If this content has been helpful for you or you would like to see more, feel free to drop a comment in the comments. Let me know how I did, what I can improve on, what you liked, what you didn't like, and all that. I did want to point out, in terms, if you look at the pamphlet that I mentioned that came with it, right there, I do want to point out that it is compatible with PC, Mac, both of the latest PlayStations and the Nintendo Switch and phone. The one device I don't see on there is Xbox, for anybody that is potentially an Xbox user. And in fact, right here, the K5 Pro does not currently support the latest greatest Xbox. So guys, if you are an Xbox user and you're looking to change your sound setup, this device is not going to be for you. But if you're a PlayStation user, a Switch user, or something along those lines, this just might be perfect. All right, let's go ahead and transition over to the device. It is hooked up to my computer. One of the things that I noticed while connecting things, we have little lights here that tell what is connected to. Of course, this switch over here is mode and volume, and this is the only clickable button. Of course, you notice when I click it, it doesn't do anything, at least not initially. But if we press and hold, we get that little light right there, and we can now we can click and toggle between each of those different modes. Of course, I want mine on USB. All right, so we've got a little music going here. I've got it playing with the headphones, but it does turning it up and down in my headphones. It does not seem to adjust the sound. I don't know if it's easy or not. I can say that it does make a difference in my headphones. Same with the treble. It does amplify it quite nicely. The headphones that I'm using sound more Q30s. All right, guys, I did test that in various configurations. I could not get any of the microphones with or without a battery to work, including the dynamic microphone. I was using, just so everybody can see, I was using an XLR to a 3.5 millimeter cable to try to get that to work. I thought for sure I'd be able to do it without any issues with this microphone. I did expect that I would have issues with this one, and in all three case scenarios, this one with and without the battery, and this one, which doesn't use a battery, doesn't require phantom power, I could not get any audio to come through there. I know if I were a streamer, this is definitely not a device that I would be looking into, especially at the price point in which it's offered. If I was just looking for signal amplification to make my audio sound better, this is something I could consider. But again, for the price point that it currently sits at, my opinion is that there are better options. Um, I don't want to say anything negative because Fosi did provide this to me to review, but at the same time, I want to be transparent. I want to be honest, and I want to give my opinions, good, bad, or in between. And there are some things that this one does, that this particular device does very well, and then there are some areas where I personally feel that it is lacking. I will leave it up to you guys as to what your case use is. Uh, Back to the fiber optics connection, that is going to go into your SPDIF. So if you have one of those on your motherboard, or you're using an Xbox or a PlayStation, or some other piece of audio that has a SPDIF connection, this will help with that. And I even attempted to use their splitter and to connect this XLR 3.5 jack just to see if by chance that would work. Uh, I might continue to play around with it, see what I can get to do with it. Like I said, all in all, I don't think it's going to be good for my current case scenario, given given that how my setup routes, but it may be perfect for somebody else, and it's going to be a lot lower of a price point than what I presently use. So hopefully you guys have found this helpful. If you have, consider subscribing. Let me know what you thought, good, bad, or ugly. Just be kind in your feedback. Criticism is fantastic. It helps me to improve. Rudeness is, however, not. It doesn't do much to help me improve. So if you guys have feedback that is negative, let me know. That's okay. That's how I'm going to get better. Um, I want to give you guys the best advice that I can give, the best reviews that I can give. I want to be as honest as it gets, good, bad, or somewhere in between. As this product happens, it is somewhere in between. There are some things that I think it does very well, and things that it doesn't. Um, Fossey, hopefully you guys take this positively. Um, I think this is more geared towards somebody that would be using a headphone that's got a microphone. I think for that purpose, this device is probably perfect. Um, Perhaps your console player that is having issues with certain headsets being able to attach, this might be able to help fix that and mitigate any of those issues. Um, Again, I'm B. Gilbert. If this has been helpful, consider subscribing and follow me on all those social media places.